Not all a story that's all new at 4 o'clock. D.C. police need more detectives and smarter deployment of its officers in the department's fight to stop crime. Now, those are just some of the findings included in a report released just an hour ago by the D.C. auditor.
Chief Investigative Reporter Eric Flack has more on what the auditor said D.C. police should change and how MPD is reacting tonight.
The 459-page report released Thursday afternoon by the D.C. auditor is based on a staffing study of D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department. Among its key findings, D.C. Police doesn't have enough detectives and doesn't always have patrol officers in the right places at the right times.
You can look and see, how and where officers are deployed, which can change various kinds of needs, and to look around the country at other similar departments and see what they're doing, how they're using their officers to do some of the work. The bottom line is these are all options available that can get you better potential use of the resources that you have.
Based on an analysis of caseload and other factors for MPD detectives, the report says the department's Investigative Services Bureau, or ISB, needs 65 additional detectives to operate effectively, including 11 more detectives in the carjacking unit, 5 more in the child sex abuse office, 4 more each investigating sexual assault and human trafficking cases.
The key are the right number of detectives in a particular unit based on the amount of work, touch time, how many hours, how many days, how many witnesses, how many warrants. And then how are they actually being managed, which is something we didn't do in this report, but how are they being managed, which is the more likely definition of a high-performing agency clearing cases.
The recommendations come at a time when MPD is already struggling with low staffing levels, losing officers to retirement or other departments. To help combat that, the study found that rather than adding to the total number of patrol officers on the street, MPD should adjust personnel to better meet workload. For instance, in July 2023, 1/3 of all patrol officers were assigned to the midnight shift, but only a quarter of the 911 calls came in during that time. The auditor wants MPD to cut overnight patrol staffing and beef up patrols during day and evening hours, as well as shifting more officers to District 3 downtown in Northwest and District 7 in the Southeast Anacostia area. In an emailed statement, D.C. Police told WUSA 9 the central conclusion of the report that there is sufficient staffing in patrol and too many officers working patrol at night is at odds with the reality and does not align with the feedback from residents and businesses throughout the city. The report also suggests MPD shift civilians into administrative roles held by sworn officers and put those sworn officers back on the street.
When we think about the duties associated with some of what these officers are being tasked with, there could be other agencies that are better aligned in the long term if they are resourced properly and they can be held to having their workloads shifted into outside of the MPD. Provides an opportunity for MPD to be able to maximize its resources for the things it is, responsible for, like calls for service, like protecting our neighborhoods and the like.
The study also called on MPD to greatly improve its data collection on how officers and detectives are using their time to continue to adjust staffing and officer allocation moving forward. The recommendations come at a time when crime is actually down in the district, with murders and overall violent crime down 1/3 from where D.C. was this time last year. Eric Flack, WUSA 9.
Eric, thanks. Well, D.C. police said in a statement that with MPD's current sworn workforce at a 50-year low, we are listening to residents and continuing to work to increase staffing while making the department more efficient.